5 key factors to change your life from the book The Power of Positive Thinking by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. Presented to you by Be Inspired. Number 1. Believe in yourself. From the author. Have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. But with sound self-confidence, you can succeed. A sense of inferiority and inadequacy interferes with the attainment of your hopes. But self-confidence leads to self-realization and successful achievement. Because of the importance of this, you should pay attention to your thinking mind. A peaceful mind will always generate power. I didn't go to bed with a full air of trouble. I went to bed with a mind full of peace. There are 2 cryptic phrases for you. An ear full of trouble or a mind full of peace? Which do you choose? In life, we all have thoughts. Our minds are constantly thinking. But we must know what these thoughts are and what they are producing by checking on our feelings to see whether they make us feel happy or make us feel sad. Because whatever we do, we will get used to doing. Used to feeling sad or used to feeling happy. The choice is always yours. Number 2, keeping your peace of mind. The author. The essence of the secret lies in a change of mental attitude. One must learn to live on a different thought basis. And even though thought changes is required, and effort will be required, it is much easier than to continue living as you are. The life of strain is difficult. The life of inner peace, being harmonious and without stress, is the easiest type of existence. The chief struggle then in gaining mental peace is the effort of revamping your thinking to the relaxed attitude of acceptance of God's gift of peace. These things will happen in your everyday. Your mind will carry thoughts. But are these thoughts bringing you peace or bringing you pain? Are these thoughts bringing you happiness or bringing you sadness? And are these thoughts bringing you a sense of upliftment or are they bringing you down? This is something only you will know by listening to your own thoughts. Listen to the voice in your own mind that are your own words in your own thoughts and see what they are producing. Here's what the author suggests. Practice the technique of suggestive articulation. That is, repeat audibly some peaceful words. Words have profound suggestive power, and there is healing in the very saying of them. Utter a series of panicky words, and your mind will immediately go into a mild state of nervousness. You will perhaps feel a sinking in the pit of your stomach that will affect your entire physical mechanism. If, on the contrary, you speak peaceful, quieting words, your mind will react in a peaceful manner. Use words such as tranquility. Repeat that word slowly several times. Tranquility is one of the most beautiful and melodic of all English words, and the mere saying of it tends to induce a tranquil state. The aim here is to focus your mind on thoughts of all your peaceful experiences. Plan and make time to think of them individually in your memory. Let your mind be consumed by these peaceful thoughts. The easiest way to an easy mind is to create an easy mind. And the way to do that is with practice. Number 3. The total truth is that you decide whether you are happy or not. In your responses to life, your attitude, your approach to everything, willfully or following the trend, you decide. The author. Finally, he asked the old man, "What is making you so happy?" "You must have a wonderful secret of happiness," he suggested. "No," the old man replied, "I haven't any great secret. It's just as plain as the nose on your face. When I get up in the morning," he explained, "I have 2 choices, either to be happy or to be unhappy. And what do you think I do? I just choose to be happy. And that's all there is to it." In this, there is the key to everything. Happiness in a feeling is everything. In moments of happiness, everything you touch with that happiness. You touch with such positive energies that you may not even notice how powerful they are. In your happiness, you will do your greatest work every time. So it makes sense to try and maintain this happiness. It makes sense to learn more about this inner feeling of happiness. And it makes complete sense to use what you learn to get happier and happier every single day. The author. That may seem an oversimplification. It may appear that the old man was superficial. But I recall that Abraham Lincoln, who nobody could accuse of being superficial, said the people were just about as happy as they made up their minds to be. You can be unhappy if you want to be. It is the easiest thing in the world to accomplish. Just choose unhappiness. Go around telling yourself that things aren't going well, that nothing is satisfactory, and you can be quite sure of being unhappy. But say to yourself, things are going nicely. Life is good. I choose happiness, and you can be quite certain of having your choice. By your thoughts and feelings, the essence of happiness or unhappiness is grown in your mind. Filling your consciousness with emotions of lack, pain, hate will direct your unhappiness into becoming what you believe in. How to change? Make it your habit to be happy. How? Practice happy thinking. Make a mental list of happy thoughts and let them pass through your mind every day. With practice, change will happen. Number 4. Stop fuming and fretting. Don't make life unnecessarily more difficult because you always fume and fret. Don't let your personal attitude and approach make your life harder. From the author. A first step is to reduce your pace, or at least the tempo of your pace. We do not realize how accelerated the rate of our lives have become, or the speed at which we are driving ourselves. Many people are destroying their physical bodies by this pace. But what is even more tragic, they are tearing their minds and souls to shreds as well. It is possible for a person to live a quiet existence physically and yet maintain a high tempo emotionally. The character of our thoughts determines pace. When the mind goes rushing on pell-mell from one feverish attitude to another, it becomes feverish, and the result is a state bordering on petulance. Slow down, for whatever you really want will be there when you get there. If you work towards it without stress, without pressing, if proceeding under God's guidance and in His smooth and unhurried tempo, it is not there, then it was not supposed to be there. If you miss it, perhaps you should have missed it. Definitely seek to develop a normal, natural, God-ordered pace. Practice and preserve mental quiet. Learn the art of letting go all nervous excitement. To do this, stop at intervals and affirm, I now relinquish nervous excitement. It is flowing from me. I am at peace. Do not fume. Do not fret. Practice being peaceful. In this, the author has taken you to another place. The author suggests that you stop whatever you're doing at least once every day and practice peace and serenity. Do it no matter how busy you are. It really will help to improve your happiness and your whole life. Number 5. Expect the best and get it. The simple truth is, if you expect the worst, you're gonna get it. And if you expect the best, you're gonna get that. So what do you really expect? The author. The most powerful laws in the world include a law recognized alike by psychology and religion, namely, change your mental habits to belief instead of disbelief. Learn to expect, not to doubt. In so doing, you bring everything into the realm of possibility. This does not mean that believing you are necessarily going to get everything you want or think you want. When you put your trust in God, He guides your mind so that you do not want things that are not good for you, are in harmonious with God's will. But it does not definitely mean that when you learn to believe, then that which has seemingly been impossible moves into the area of possible. Every great thing at last becomes for you a possibility. William James, the famous psychologist, said, "A belief at the beginning of a doubtful undertaking is the one thing," now get that, it's the one thing that ensures the successful outcome of your venture. To learn to believe is of primary importance. It is the basic factor of succeeding in any undertaking. When you expect the best, you realize a magnetic force in your mind which by the law of attraction tends to bring the best directly to you. But if you expect the worst, you release your mind from the power of repulsion, which tends to force the best from you. It is amazing how a sustained expectation of the best sets in motion forces which cause the best to materialize. Perhaps you have not been doing so well in the game of life. Perhaps you stand up to bat and cannot make a hit. You strike out every time and your batting average is lamentably low. Let me give you a suggestion. I guarantee that it will work. The basis for my assurance is the fact that thousands of people have been trying with very great results. Things will be very different for you if you give this method a real trial. Things get better because you expect them to get better instead of get worse. For the reason that being freed from self-doubt, you can put your whole self into your endeavor. Nothing can stand in your way because you are focused in your entire self on not a problem but a solution. When you approach a difficulty as a personal unity, the difficulty, which itself is a demonstration of disunity, tends to deteriorate. When the entire concentration of all your force, physical, emotional, and spiritual, is brought to bear, the consolidation of these powers properly employed is quite irresistible. Expecting the best means you put your whole heart into what you do, into what you aim to accomplish. People are defeated in life not because of the lack of ability, but the lack of wholeheartedness. They do not wholeheartedly expect to succeed. Their heart just isn't in it, which is to say they themselves are not fully given to their own success. Results do not yield themselves to the person who refuses to give himself the desired results first. The power of positive thinking, solutions to allow your mind to seek and find happiness and positive thinking.